Hey there, let me ask you something. Guess which one of these career politicians is planning to crush Oahu's hardworking taxpayers the most to fund his massive city government transit scheme?
I'm committed to building mass transit to Ala Moana and UH.
Whoa, if you picked Djou, you're right. Big spending Charles Djou thinks that you are made of money.
I support a mass transit solution that gets us from the west side all the way on, not just to Ala Moana, but to the University of Hawaii.
Hold on, Charles. We can't afford that. The city's current 20-mile transit project is already costing $7 billion just to reach part way to Middle Street and $11 billion to reach Ala Moana Center.
It's going to be at least $11 billion, if not more.
Now you want to spend billions and billions more to build a 34-mile transit project that stretches all the way to UH in Manoa.
We achieve a transit objective that gets us from the west side all the way on, not just to Ala Moana, but on to UH.
That sounds like a blank check for the Djou transit scheme. No wonder so many pro-rail unions and even the vice chairman of HART endorsed Charles Djou. Plus, they are giving Djou plenty of campaign workers and lots of campaign money.
We did, endorse Kirk Caldwell the last 2 times, and all I can say, the word for me is disappointment. The disappointment of what we thought was going to be happening in those years did not come into fruition at this time.
These are the 5 labor unions backing Charles Djou for Honolulu mayor, from plumbers to electricians to elevator builders.
Just on behalf of, for the unions itself, we had 5 labor unions endorse Charles. I know he's going to be our next mayor of Honolulu.
Well, that explains it. Charles Djou wants to take money from your pocket and put it in their pockets while he fills up his own pocket.
Not just to Ala Moana, but to the University of Hawaii.
Whew, that sounds like a big payday for the rail cartel, but a financial disaster for taxpayers. In fact, the super expensive Djou transit scheme will bankrupt our city and increase our already sky-high cost of living, which is why you deserve to hear the honest explanation that Charles Djou refuses to give people. Here you go. $7 billion. That's all the money the city and HART have to work with from current taxes and grant monies from the Federal Transit Administration, or FTA. That's it.
Honolulu rail officials have confirmed the $6.8 billion the city currently has will allow them to complete rail from here at the Kroc Center in Kapolei all the way to Middle Street, with 100% of all stations being built.
Here on Dillingham Boulevard near HCC is where the rail guideway would end, according to HART, given the projection of revenue of $6.8 million. It would stop right about here.
So if you stop at the cost of $7 billion, it looks like we will not be able to complete that 20-mile route, right?
Yes.
You see, $7 billion, that's all. And that information comes to us straight from the city's HART Rail Agency, which was actually founded by Charles Djou himself a few years ago when he was still on the city council. Now, according to the federal government, it will cost $11 billion for the transit project to reach Kalihi, Kapalama, Iwalei, Chinatown, downtown Honolulu, Civic Center, Kaka'ako, and Ala Moana Center.
$11 billion.
Another day, another new figure for Honolulu's rapid transit project, and for the first time, it is in the double digits. But what does this latest $10.8 billion figure actually mean? Last month, City Council members voted to cap spending for rail at $6.8 billion. The latest nearly $11 billion figure comes from a risk assessment report issued by the Federal Transit Administration.
And to no one's surprise, that political insider and career politician, Charles Blank Check Djou, the founder of HART, already knows this.
The problem today is the people aren't made of money. The problem is here is this system now is looking at going to $11 billion.
That's right, $11 billion, $4 billion more than the city will ever collect for transit without increasing everybody's taxes even more just to reach Ala Moana Center. And yes, the people are not made of money, but the Djou transit scheme requires building miles and miles longer and billions of dollars more, all the way to UH Manoa.
Now, absolutely right. I'll agree with Kirk that we do need a transit solution here to also move people from the west side over to town and beyond.
Then where are you going to get the money for your ambitious 34-mile blank check project, Charles? You know your HART agency runs out of money at Middle Street. So let's ask Djou the big question. How is he going to pay for the Djou transit scheme that goes all the way to UH and Manoa?
What would your plan cost? What would your version of the plan cost if changed to the at-grade or a different plan?
I am not going to spend any more than the $7 billion appropriated by the people. $7 billion.
Does he think we're that stupid? All the way to UH Manoa at zero additional cost to taxpayers? Miles and miles of mass transit construction and property acquisition for free? Come on, that doesn't add up. Djou is flat out lying.
This election for mayor is about trust.
If you thought you could trust Charles Djou, we've got bad news for you. You can't trust him. Career politician Djou is not who you think he is. He won't save you money. He and his big spending buddies and expensive plans will cost you more money, and he will raise your taxes and your already high cost of living.
I support a mass transit solution that gets us from the west side all the way on, not just to Ala Moana, but to the University of Hawaii.
And he will say anything to get elected.
I will veto any more tax increases for this project. I'm not going to sign another check above $7 billion of what we've already committed and take more money from the people.
Get to know the Djou transit scheme before Charles Djou and his HART agency bankrupt you, your family, and the city and county of Honolulu with his harebrained and super costly big government financial disaster.
This is no way to run our city.
Exactly, Charles, and that's why you're the worst of all the candidates for mayor in 2016. Please share this video with everyone you know and care about. Paid for by HIRA Action, the official SuperPAC of the Hawaii Republican Assembly, working to save you and your family billions.